guest sila ngayon. Share ko na yun.
Hello, good evening everyone. Welcome to our regular session every Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. I'm so excited for today because I have some valuable information that I am about to share to you that will somehow blow your mind as to health, as to finances, as to achieving mental health, especially during this time. So during this pandemic. I know some of you may be affected by a new pronouncement that Manila is like, will go back to MACQ. So that's so sad, but wala po tayong magawa simply because it's all about preserving lives. It's all about protecting the health of these people, of you people living there. Also, as we are living in Davao City right now, although we have moved on to MGCQ, but still the cases are going high. So that is why for all the people in the Davao region, I am encouraging each one to be extra cautious about your going in and going out. And if you can just do to stay at home, kung wala lang talagang pupuntahan na iba, very important, a matter of maybe pag hindi lang siya essential, stay at home. That's the advice of our mayor here. In fact, as a caution for you to, adapt in this COVID captivity, if I can use that word, is assume that you are a carrier of corona. Okay, assume that you are a carrier so that you can take extra caution, extra measure, so that you can save the people's lives around you. So good evening, everyone. Tonight, I entitled this session, this call, this webinar, this webcast as "Build to Thrive." Okay, that's the topic that we will be discussing tonight, about how to thrive uh, for tonight. So let me welcome some of our guests for tonight who are here. So of course, my supportive wife is here. Thank you for watching. And then she is congratulating you to that you are a one step closer to your goal, to a better health and a brighter future for you and your family. Yes, indeed. That's our goal. That's the education that I'll be giving to you tonight. And I hope you can find value in this call. We've been doing this for the past 3 weeks. This is the, I think, fourth week that we are doing this every Wednesday in less than 1 hour and 30 minutes, the most maybe 1 hour and 45. But I have good news for you because we will be bringing in some guests for tonight, great people that is very timely as to the topic of thriving. Okay, so a very young couple, millennials, and they will inspire you towards the end of this presentation. I'll be bringing them in to somehow share their journey, and I am encouraging you to tuned until the end because you will get lots of value from this young couple who have made milestone during this pandemic. Okay, so stay tuned. Of course, we have Bernard Wella, a leader from Manila, watching with us. And also take note, this webcast is also live at my YouTube channel, Ray Space Talk Mo. You can do some sharing of that link to your page, to your group, so that they can also hear some valuable information about something that will change your life for the better for tonight, if you will grasp the value of this topic tonight. Also with us is Pastora Tess. Wow, welcome. Welcome aboard, Pas. Thank you for being here. Pastora is from Davao City, one of my great leaders, 6E leader, in fact. So later we'll be talking about such things. So hold on, and I am inviting each one. If you can tag your friends, you can tag the people whom you have invited just to be here in this call. So I will start, and you can tag them. You can share some link about this call for tonight. So welcome, Ma'am Igloria. We have a leader from Davao also. So welcome. Now, I have a question to start the engagement. I want you to participate tonight. If hindi po siya too much to engage, so at least I can be inspired more to share what I have learned, what I have discovered. By the way, I'm in this company, in this advocacy for the past 6 years. Okay, so I can share my experiences, my journey as to this thing. So if you can answer that question, you can type few words. What does thrive mean to you in the context of this pandemic? If it's not too much, I'd like to see your answer. What does thrive mean to you in the context of this pandemic? Because that word is very, very, timely, very, very something that will describe for those people who are like striving to adjust, adapt, maybe survive for some, or maybe, but I want you to bring to this word thrive because we are designed to do that. We have the power to thrive during this time, especially during difficult times. For me, if you want my answer, my thriving for me or thrive for me is all about having great health, great physical health. That's first. Okay, so we need to have a strong body immune system for us to thrive, especially during this time that we cannot see our enemies, right? They're unseen. These viruses are like punishing us, with torturing us, and we need to be very. We should be in our optimal health during this time because it's only our immune system that can fight these unseen enemies, right? So that's my first thing that will matter. Second, and it's all about financial health, right? Even if we do have good health right now, we are in our peak state as to our physical health, but sometimes this thing financially, especially if you are affected by those, if you are one of those people who are affected, maybe businesses, maybe jobs, those non-essential jobs that who have closed during lockdown, then maybe this is one thing that you should be considering now: how to sustain, how to keep up that thing that we are doing prior to lockdown, and then still provide for our families, right? Provide for our loved ones. Okay. Now, and then maybe some of you are struggling about mental health. Maybe disturbed, maybe worried, maybe being anxious or having this anxiety or depression, or maybe very stressed because of maybe still connected to physical health or maybe financial health, that will lead us to suffer on our mental health. Okay, so these are all interconnected, right? And that is the reason why I am here tonight to share to you about this thing called true health. So if you can have physical health during this time, aside from that, you are having this financial health, and then having this mental health, then I call that, or we call that, true health. And tonight, I'll be sharing lots about this thing, these three things: is physical health, is financial health, and mental health, for you to, maybe someone out there is looking for an opportunity to start a business, or maybe somebody out there is looking for something that they can bank onto during this time, especially when it comes to the health of their family. Then you are in the right call. Okay. Welcome, Brother Bernard, Brother Garigan from Malaysia. He's watching with us. Thank you, bro, for being here. Yeah. Bernard Duela said about thriving is learning new skill set. Yes, yes. Meaning, I've read last week that if you will waste this lockdown period or pandemic, or this time that we cannot do, we are limited, if we will like waste just this time, the best thing that we should be doing is to learn something new, to develop ourselves, because better us, better you, meaning you can confront whatever hardships that you will face along the way, right? So, and of course, another definition for Bernard: when a thriving is still earning at the comforts of our home, even in this pandemic crisis. Yes, so Bernard is referring to the financial aspect, right? And then, thank you, bro. So thank you for being here. And then I'll do my proper presentation. I will be just quick as to presenting tonight, because I will be bringing in, as what I have said, some great leaders who will inspire you tonight as to their achievements, their milestone during pandemic, during lockdown period. How come these millennials, how come these young couples during lockdown, and they are based in Manila, where it's always ECQ, MECQ, then GCQ, now go back to MECQ. And how come in that short span of time, they were able to do some breakthroughs, some milestones, some great exploits as to business per se during this time. So hold on, and I'll show you some great information tonight about true health. Okay, true health. Now, by the way, this is, as what I have said, this is every Wednesday at 7:30, and we're doing this every week. This is my way. By the way, I'm Ray Tokmo. I am a 682 this True Health Ambassador of Enagic, and I am doing this to support my team all over the globe. so that I can like be of service to them during this time, especially when people are like locked in their homes, they cannot do something, or the exposure one-on-one, the offline meeting, the one-on-one, the group meetings are like confined right now online. So that is why I'm doing this to serve my leaders all over the Philippines, and not just in the Philippines, but all over the globe. Helen Grace Go is watching with us. She is from Norway right now. Thank you, Miss Len, for being here with us. Also, Miss May, thank you. Thank you for being here. Our leader from Marikina also, who is here with us watching. Okay? Now, when speaking about true health, as to physical health, financial health, mental health, there are things that challenge us with those aspects. Okay. And I'd like to start my formal presentation with the problem. Okay. Meaning, what are the things that will confront us with our physical health? What is the thing that will confront us with our financial health? And eventually, those two things will lead us that our like mental health will be at stake. What are those things? And I'd like to start with our physical health. So, ano bang challenges na hinaharap natin when we are talking of physical health? And I'd like to start with a very short video, not long, but a short video, so that I want you to listen to this, because this is where the root cause of something, maybe health concerns, maybe health challenges that we are experiencing right now, simply because nakalimutan nating alagaan ang aspeto na to. It's like before medication, before curing, we have the power to prevent that thing to happen to us. And I'm not talking about medication tonight, or cure, but I'll go back and take a look at the thing that can prevent, okay? That can prevent something from happening, so that we will not go to this level about medication, about cure, okay? So this thing is called free radicals. So tonight, there's a short video. This doctor is a vascular surgeon from Harvard University. And then I'd like you to listen to this very short definition, very short explanation about free radicals. Okay, the keyword for tonight is free radical as to health, and I'd like you to share this video.
Prior to my life as a physician, I was working on a doctorate in nutrition. I have a bachelor's and a master's degree in nutrition, and completed my PhD coursework prior to starting medical school. So my background really began in nutrition. When I entered medical school, I was trained like most allopathic physicians that our job is to diagnose disease and to treat it with medication and surgery when necessary. And so I followed that model for the first few years of practice. I began to turn back towards my nutritional training and trying to help them understand nutrition, as well as exercise physiology and activity, as a means of helping them improve their health and reverse some of the chronic diseases that I was seeing on a regular basis.
Many processes within our bodies produce free radicals. Free radicals are entities that have lost an electron. They are positively charged. They come from the breakdown of foods, from the breakdown of toxins, and they enter our bloodstream. These free radicals are potentially harmful to cells. They will attach themselves, for example, to the lining cell of an artery. And when they do, they will produce an injury. That injury will create a response in the body, trying to heal it. Platelets will come from the blood and try to plug that injury. And in the process of making a clot, in the process of then bringing in scavenger cells to repair the damage, the blood vessel is damaged. That's one of the theories of atherogenesis.
I've been here for over 20 years as a dentist, and prior to that, I was a dental hygienist. When I worked as a dental hygienist, I got very interested in nutrition and the nutrition and how it relates to the teeth and how it relates to the person.
I've been asking every patient, most of the patient comes every 3 years or so. So I observe every year carefully, and I tell them your colon becoming very firm and tight and developing more pockets. So you have to change your diet, to my diet. Then they improve year by year. That's at least like 2 years, 3 years later, their colon becomes soft and pliable. Even you have a lot of pockets, diverticulosis, which can create thickening of the intestinal, the muscular layers. So this diet can change your body situation.
I tell my patients that we are one big biochemical reaction. Everything that's happening in our body is a biochemical reaction. And for biochemical reactions to occur, we need a solvent. And the solvent in our bodies is water. So there's no question that the most important thing that we can do is hydrate our bodies.
Acid reflux, as you know, is a huge problem in our country. People who are obese tend to have it because their stomach and their gastroesophageal junction gets shoved up into the chest. Their lower esophageal sphincter isn't tight. And the esophagus is squamous epithelium. It's a different lining from the stomach, and it doesn't tolerate acid. So when the valve that connects the stomach to the esophagus, that interconnection doesn't function, the acid suddenly starts bathing this lining of the esophagus in acid, and they can't tolerate it. It's painful. People have that terrible sour taste in their back of their throat.
When we treat chronic disease with medication and we don't really attack the root cause, which is oxidative stress, free radical damage, we're not really treating or curing the disease, we're managing the disease.
Antioxidants have become very, very popular because they are electron donors. And when they meet a free radical, that free radical gets what it wants. It gets its electron and it's neutralized.
Few words or keywords about that short video is all about, number one, they're talking about free radicals, right? So Dr. Filcher said that free radicals is an entity that has lost its electron inside the body, okay? And then there's another doctor told us about diet. And do you know that water is part of the diet? And that part of the diet I'll be zeroing in tonight, that water. And then free radical means it will attach to our cell that will eventually cause damage because that free radical is like electron getter. That free radical is wanted badly some electron. And in the process, wanting bad enough of that electron that this free radical is looking, it will cause our cells to be damaged. So that's the thing about these free radicals. And then if this free radical is looking for an electron, extra electron, and you will realize later that for these free radicals to be neutralized, you need to provide these free radicals with what we call extra electron, so that this free radical will become stable, will be neutralized, right? So I will deal on that more later. In fact, before continuing, I'd like to welcome some leaders who are here. We have, I think this is a leader from Cebu, yeah, from Lapu-Lapu City, invited by Bernard Duela. Also, we have leader from Canlubang, Laguna. Welcome, Sir Raymond. And of course, the sponsor of mine, the Sir Bayani Stanislaw. Welcome, sir, for this webcast tonight. So hold on there. I will continue, and then I'd like to share more about what I have prepared for you tonight about this topic. So to reiterate what these doctors are talking about free radicals. In fact, the moment the damage will start at the cellular level, at the cell level, then it will eventually damage our tissues, right? If it will damage our tissues, then it will start to damage our organ, then our system, then eventually our body. And the moment that our body has been damaged, that's the thing called aging or rusting. And that aging and rusting will result to degenerative diseases. Okay, that's the process. But it will start at the cellular level. Remember, a healthy body is equivalent to a healthy cells or healthy cells. Okay, in fact, this Dr. Hari Sharma said, the major cause of aging and disease is all about free radical damage. By the way, free radicals, we cannot prevent this from happening. It's a byproduct from breakdown of food or breakdown of toxins. This is a byproduct, the free radicals. And the only thing that we can do about these free radicals is to neutralize, to balance. And we need something for these free radicals to be balanced or to be neutralized. Okay, because too much of this is the reason why there is what we call aging. Aging meaning rusting, or that's equivalent to disease eventually. Now, according to this Dr. Hari Sharma, this free radicals is related to the damage. Almost every disease is related to the damage caused by these free radicals. Welcome, Sir Tony Mendoza from Marikina also. So we should be dealing with this because this is the root cause. As what this doctor said a while ago, Dr. McKnight, that we should be taking care of these free radicals because if too much of this inside the body, this is the root cause why we have all these diseases in us. Okay. Now, another thing that I'd like you to discuss is this discovery of the opening of our cell. Okay. Why this opening of the cell is important? Simply because, as what I have said, there are things that are happening inside our cells that we should be very considerate as to how to make this water this thing fit inside the cell, because if we will fail to do that, then there are things that will happen to us that we don't like. Okay, in fact, if this picture here, the bottle, that opening of the bottle, that is the thing that will represent the opening of your cell. And what if this grapes there will represent something that will be put inside your cell? What will you do? What will you do? If you want your cell to be fed by that something on your left, that grapes there, and the opening of your cell is as big as the opening of that bottle, what will you do? You cannot achieve maximum, maybe if that's nutrients, meaning maximum absorption. If that's the water there, the carrier of your nutrients, meaning you cannot achieve superior hydration or maximum absorption because the size of that thing is not as big as the size of the opening of our cell. So we should be considering this. Why? Because tonight I will focus more on this thing. Number one, superior hydration. Yeah, maybe you are hydrating. Yeah, maybe you are drinking. But the question is, are you getting the maximum? Are you getting the best water or the best drink that should pass through inside your cell? Okay. So second is optimal nutrients absorption. Okay. It's useless if you are like eating nutritious food, you are eating fruits and vegetables, and yet that nutrients cannot enter our cell to the maximum level. It's a waste of money. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of effort if we cannot absorb those nutrients at the optimal level. Okay? And then lastly, this is what we call detoxification or the cleansing or the cleaning of our, if you consider your body as your home, meaning you need to clean up that home, and for that body to be cleaned up, you need to clean at the cellular level. And that's where detoxification happens. Detoxification process is happening inside our cell. Now, the question is, what are the things that will come into your mind if I'll be talking about, or I will talk about superior hydration, optimal nutrients absorption, and detoxification? For sure, one thing that will come in your mind, will enter in your mind, is the thing called water, right? Water. Why? Because water is the one that will give us superior hydration or hydration. Water is the one that will hydrate us. Now, as to nutrition or nutrients, what is the carrier of nutrients so that it can be absorbed by our cell? Water, right? As to detoxification process, what is the agent, or what is the medium that will detoxify our cell? Water. And the answer to that question, why water, simply because our body is made up of 72% water. 72% water. I am not saying that this is everything, okay? Don't get me wrong. I am not saying that this is all about water, but what I'm telling you right now is that if water is 72% of your body, let's equate your body as an equation. Let's say a mathematical equation, and then part of that equation is water, which is 72%. Now tell me, is 72% a big part of that equation? And for sure the answer is yes, right? But the challenge is, the concern is, not all water is created equal. Why? I'd like to show you. There are water type. These are the water types that we can find in the market today. There are distilled water. There is what we call reverse osmosis. I lost my signal. Internet problem, sorry, but here we go. So let me continue. All right. So there is what we call, these are all the types of water that available in the market that we are maybe using for our loved ones. And I want you to be very observant tonight that these types of water are not good for our body. Okay? These are all oxidizing liquid. Okay? When you say oxidizing, meaning it will not contribute for the balancing or neutralization of this called free radicals. It will add up if you are drinking the wrong kind of water. Let me put my statement in the right context. It's like if you have a vehicle, right? If you have a vehicle and then you want to refill your gasoline, your fuel, and then the first thing that you will instruct to that pump boy or that crew there in the gasoline station is, please put this full tank and then this kind of gasoline, right? You will not tell to that pump boy that anything you want. It's up to you. You just, you just put whatever you want. You decide. You cannot tell that to the, this gasoline crew, this pump boy or pump girl, right? You will be very careful to instruct these people, this guy, to put the desired, the right, the best gasoline for your car. Consider your body this time. By the way, why is that so? Because if if that guy will put the wrong one, what will happen? Your engine will be ruined. Your engine will be destroyed. And this is the same thing. This is the same principle about when we are talking about hydration. You should be giving your body the best, right? If water is 72%, my question to you is, are you giving the best 72? Are you giving your body the best? Like in my case, every time I go to a gasoline station for the fuel, I always say, instead of just an ordinary diesel, I always say to that pump boy, please put V-power diesel. Why? Because we want to protect the engine of our vehicle. How about your body? We can change car, but not body, right? We can change car, but not body. We only have one body. And tonight, I'd like to share to you this water called electrolyzed reduced water. This water is a product of the process called electrolysis. If you are inclined to physics or science, I know you have heard about electrolysis. It's a process. And tonight, I will show you how this is done. Very short video about this electrolysis thing so that we can have a little idea about this electrolysis. So this doctor is Dr. Michael. I'd like you to watch this.
This process. And basically it's shocking the water. It takes an enormous level of energy to do a process that is called the disassociation of water. And you can Google that. Basically, it's the process by which you take water and you lend it to a hydrogen ion and a hydroxyl ion. The hydroxyl gives you a free electron that you can use to be a free radical scavenger. But when this process happens, basically, there's an array which has a negative side and a positive side. This will attract the hydrogen ions. The hydroxyls will come over here. Well, when this happens, because they're so unstable, what they will do is they will instantly convert to H2, which is hydrogen dissolved in water. So then you end up with an H2 molecule and a couple of hydroxyls. Because this ratio changes electrically, you'll get a rise in your pH. There's no chemicals added. They're taken or added to the water. It is strictly a requirement of power, which is where
So that's what happened during the process of electrolysis. So in short, scientifically speaking, this is what happens inside that machine. There is what we call electricity that will represent lightning, and there is the titanium plates inside the body, inside the machine, And that electricity hits that metal there. Later, I will explain what metal is that. And then to create what we call, as Dr. Michael said, disassociation of water molecule. That's what happened inside that machine. Disassociation of water molecule. We know that water is H2O, right? That's the symbol or the formula of water, H2O. And then when a thing called disassociation happens, it's like the breakdown from H2O, it becomes, as Dr. Michaels explained a while ago, becomes H plus and HO minus. Now, listen carefully. This is where the science fit in. That's H plus. Remember, the normal size of water is like 15 to 20 clustered H2O molecules. That's the normal size of those water I have mentioned a while ago. 15 to 24. That's the normal size of water. So when that water molecule hits the plate inside that machine, this association of some, not all, some of that water molecule happens. It breaks down into H plus and HO minus. H plus combines with another H plus becomes H2, and that's what we call molecular hydrogen. And one of the highest source of antioxidant available in the market. That H2 there is what we call molecular hydrogen. That's the reason why if you check the ORP level, oxidation reduction potential level of our water, this Kangen water, it will give you negative reading, ranging from negative 450 down to negative 850 because of the presence of this H2. That is why our water is called hydrogen-rich water. It's the presence of H2, molecular hydrogen, that makes that water have a negative ORP reading, oxidation reduction potential reading, meaning if it's negative, meaning it's anti-oxidizing. And remember, for the free radicals to be neutralized, you need what? Antioxidant. And that's the reason why this water is very effective as to detoxification. Now, and it also, along the process, it also produces active oxygen. What is the use of active oxygen? That active oxygen is the energy source of your mitochondria. That active oxygen there, that inside your cell, active oxygen is the one needed. Remember, as what I have said always during my presentation, in this part is that for your cell to thrive, for your cell to be stay active, healthy, you need oxygen, right? You need oxygen. In fact, 35%, assuming, let's say, the presence of the oxygen inside your cell is 100%. The moment you will reduce the normal level of oxygen inside your cell, 35%, for a longer period of time, that's the reason why you will eventually, God forbid, develop the thing called cancer, the big C. I will quote Dr. Warburg. He has a Nobel Prize winner award about this, his research. The reason why cancer will happen, is that it's all about two conditions: acidosis and hypoxia. When you see hypoxia, it's all about lack of oxygen. And the level, if it's 35% or more over a longer period of time, that's the start of developing the sickness called cancer. Okay? Now, this is the good news. Free radical is an electron getter, right? The good news is hydroxyl anions the HO minus, that minus there is what we call extra electron. So since that's extra electron, this hydroxyl anions is what we call electron donor. That is why it's called free radical scavenger. The HO minus is called free radical scavenger in a sense that this free radical is an electron getter, and this HO minus, this minus here represent extra electron. This HO minus is donating the extra electron to this free radical, which is an electron getter. The reason why this free radical is neutralized. Okay? And then lastly, since this process will lead to restructuring the water instead of 15 to 20, remember the size of the opening of the cell? The size of the opening of the cell is only 5 to 6 clustered water, as big as 5 to 6 clustered water. Now, the good news is this machine, this process, this association of water molecule through electrolysis inside this machine is creating the size of the water that is enough to pass through the opening of the cell. And that's what amazed me when it comes to this water. Now, since the carrier of your nutrients, the water responsible for removing the toxins, plus the hydroxyl anion, the free radical scavenger. Can you imagine? Maximum absorption inside the cell, maximum nutrients absorption, maximum hydration, and that water is rich in H2, rich in antioxidant, plus it has HO minus, free radical scavenger. Now you can detox. That is why if you're drinking this water, you can feel that right away, after a few minutes or even seconds, you can feel that right away your body wants to get rid of that toxins through what? Pee, right? Through, if you're drinking this water, you can feel that you are sweating more than the normal, the usual. You are peeing more than the usual simply because it's all about these 4 things. This H2, this active oxygen, that is why you are energetic when you are drinking this water. That's why athletes are drinking this one. That is why coaches, fitness coaches are recommending this one, are using this one, because this active oxygen is the reason why you have that extra energy. And that hydroxyl anions, that HO minus, is your free radical scavenger. Baga siya yung tagalinis na mga taga-neutralize ng free radicals. And the size of that water that carries the nutrients, that carries, anything that you eat, anything, the antioxidant, is just enough. The size of that water molecule is just, the clustering, of that water molecule is just enough so that it can enter through the opening of your cell. That is why, as what I have said, this is all about what? Superior hydration, detoxification, and maximum optimal nutrient absorption. This is all about these things, these 3 things. And you need these 3 things so that you can have an optimal health, right? That's the science of this machine. And this machine, this technology is put inside the machine. And this machine actually can produce these 7 types of water. And I'd like to show you a video so that you can have an idea how does this machine works or operates. So take a look at this video. And then after that, I'll tell you how you can have this machine at home and how you can start a business using this machine. In fact, you can start a business without you having the machine. But of course, I will encourage for you to have this machine so that you can experience the greatness of this. Even without the business, I'll be buying this machine simply because this is an amazing. if I will be allowed to maybe say there are 8 wonders of the world, right? Maybe the 9th wonder is, the compounding interest. But maybe this is the 10th wonder of the world. If I'll be the one giving such definition or such qualification, and this technology made by this company Inagic based in Japan is amazing. In fact, this is like the 10th wonder that we need to have inside our homes for our families, for our loved ones. And for you to appreciate this machine, I'd like to show you this short video.
So you've always been told that you need to drink 8 glasses of water per day, but do you really know why? Our bodies are made up of over 75% water, but not all water is created equal. Tap water is full of contaminants and added chemicals that are harmful to our bodies. While bottled water might seem like the better option, the production process is highly unregulated and contains harmful chemicals leached from the plastic containers. Before bottled water reaches the consumer, it is said to be in the bottle between anywhere from 16 to 24 months. Also, this water is acidic and affects our body's pH. To top it all off, when it's not recycled, these bottles end up in our community's landfills, destroying our local ecosystem. So what can you do about it? What if you knew of one product that not only will give you clean, refreshing drinking water, it will help you replace harmful household chemicals and help you go green in your entire home. This is your new Kangen K8, one of Enagic's top models that will filter your tap water through electrolysis to produce super hydrating alkaline antioxidant water. This portable system connects to your tap and is capable of producing 7 different types of water. First, the water travels through your double carbonated antibacterial filter to remove contaminants, chlorine, leaving you with clean, incredibly delicious drinking water. Next, the water passes over 8 electrically charged titanium plates full of antioxidants, able to fully hydrate and detoxify the body's cells and tissues. This is an ORP meter, which literally measures a liquid's potential to reduce oxidation. The more positive the reading, the more oxidizing or inflammatory the liquid is. The more negative the reading, the more antioxidizing and anti-inflammatory the liquid is. Everything we eat or drink is either alkalizing or acidifying on the body. Unfortunately, the majority of us consume foods and beverages that are sugar-laden, highly processed, leaving our bodies in a state of acidosis, which can lead to illness and accelerate the aging process. By restoring the body to an alkaline state, we can regain control of our health. Since our bodies are over 70+% water, the best way to do this is by drinking water with a good amount of naturally occurring alkaline minerals. These are just pH drops, like you would use to test your pool or to test any pH of a liquid. If you look at the pH chart, it is very evident that these liquids are all very acidic. Whenever it came to tap water, I remember my mentor saying to me at the time, now, does anybody know why tap water shows up to be a neutral color? Because anywhere we go in the world, and I've ran this presentation in many different countries, in many different crowds, and the water always seems to show up this color, this neutral green-blue color. It was explained to me that the government has to put what's known as lye, it's spelled L-Y-E, into our tap water to prevent the city pipes from rusting. Because if they didn't put that highly alkaline chemical inside your water, the city pipes that your water comes from to get to your tap would end up rusting. So by federal regulation, government have to put a highly alkaline chemical into your tap water so that your pipes do not end up rusting before it reaches you. And then we got Kangen. This is actually 9.5 water, but the machine can make 8.5, 9.0 or 9.5 so that you don't detox too quickly. Let's say you've been drinking bottled water for a long time and you're like, okay, well, how long could it take for this water to kind of help my body? Well, let's take a look. So if you're someone who's been drinking tap water, you can see here, naturally, it's going to start to change it and bring it to an alkaline state. Bottled water, naturally, it's just going to start to bring it to an alkaline state. Sparkling water, watch this one. Did you see it tried? It tried to bring it to an alkaline state, right? Let's watch that again. It's trying its very best to bring that to an alkaline state. Now look at this. 33 glasses of Kangen water 9.5 to neutralize the acidic and remove that from your body. I remember the first time I heard that, I was like, oh damn. Now who can sit here and drink 33 glasses of these for every one Sprite that we consume? Well, I want to show you what will happen if you've done all this hard work to bring your body to an alkaline state, what one sip of Sprite can do to your body. Now watch closely. One sip, one sip, one sip. One sip of Sprite in an alkalized diet, in an alkalized body, has immediately put it back to an acidic state. Whenever I saw this presentation, I said to myself, you know, my family, my friends need to see this. And that's why I've been on this mission over this past 3 years to go and to spread this message with people. Because if you're not educated and if you're not aware, you'll never know. Enagic's Kangen water is able to provide water that can deeply penetrate your cells and aid the removal of toxic acidic waste in your body, also absorbing nutrients and providing better hydration. So let's see this in action. Here we have a regular green tea bag. Today we want this to represent your body. Now this is not some scientific experiment. It's just a super cool test that you can see the better hydration and detoxification process. I want you to pretend that you are drinking smart water all day and you are trying to get yourself hydrated. This is really important for athletes. It's really important for dealing with brain fog. And of course, the detoxification, it's really important for losing weight and for feeling better because toxins sit in our cells. Now, whenever I was showing this test one time, one of my skeptical friends said, well, that's not fair. The tea bag was wet already. But just so that you know that we're not cheating, we'll go back and we can do this again. Let's look at the smart water. You know how when you feel really bloated or your stomach really feels full with bottled water or tap water after drinking a lot? It's because it's sitting in your stomach and not actually absorbing into the intestines. Just to give you a little dose of science, drinking Kangen water, between the good alkaline minerals and the antioxidants, it can open your pyloric valve and go straight into the intestines. So we actually have the top colon doctor in the world, Dr. Hiromi Shenya. He created the polypectomy and helped create the colonoscopy. And this is why he recommends Kangen water as the main beverage to drink, because the Kangen water absorbs the tea better, which is showing you how you can absorb your nutrients better and how you can get waste and toxins out of your cells better. It's a pretty cool representation. Now, that's not all that this device can do. Your Kangen K8 has other machine settings that make special waters that can help you go green and chemical free in your homes. So the clean water setting has a neutral pH of 7.0. This is great for cooking and for baby formula. The beauty water setting makes the water that has a pH of 6.0. It acts as a toner, balancing the pH of your skin to make a soft, beautiful appearance. The strong acidic water has a pH of 2.5. It acts as a disinfectant and can be used to replace all of your harmful household cleaners. It's also safe to use topically to replace hand sanitizer, mouthwash, and even teeth whitener. Okay, finally, let's take a look at this strong 11.5 alkaline water. Now, this is absolutely one of my favorites. So it works as an emulsifier. It removes pesticides from your produce. It makes it taste healthier and makes your produce last longer. So as you probably know, pesticides are oil-based because when it rains, they have to have oil so that the pesticides don't fall off. Well, the 11.5 is our strong alkaline Kangen water, and it actually can remove all oils, which is why you can replace your laundry detergent with it. But here, coming up, is my favorite part. We're going to wash these tomatoes with tap water, and then we're going to wash these tomatoes with the strong alkaline water 11.5. We actually have this proven on PubMed to remove between 80 to 95% of all pesticides from your produce. Not only does the produce taste better because it does not have that slimy pesticide taste, the produce lasts about a week longer. Also, by the way, when you wash any of your fruits and vegetables at home with tap water, the chlorine is actually being absorbed into your fruits and vegetables, and the same with your showers. That's why we also have a shower unit too. Even using bottled water or filtered water at home, the chemicals are being put into the produce. But the worst part is that it's not pulling out any of the pesticides and really cleaning the fruits and the vegetables the way that you would want it to. Whereas 11.5, it can actually penetrate all oil and emulsify and break it down and pull out all those pesticides from your fresh produce. So there you have it. Now that you can see what this Kangen K8 machine can do for your health, it is easy to see why Enagic says change your water, change your life. Every day we are continuing to help spread this awareness and bring the cleanest, healthiest water to you and your family and your friends all around the world so that we can make a global impact together. One final note on bottled water is that it may seem like the convenient choice, but with all the harmful chemicals in the plastic and the acidity of the water, it is basically a poison to your body. When we say a global impact, we really mean it. And when you're drinking Kangen water instead of bottled water, it is better for the community, the ecosystem, and for you and your entire family.
Can you imagine that machine can do inside your homes, replacing all our, artificial something? In fact, every day I'm bringing this with me. This one is beauty water to moisturize my skin, and this is the one I'm bringing for my strong acid. That's my antibacterial. I'm not bringing any alcohol with me. I'm bringing this. This is the pH 2.5, and this is my toner, my moisturizer instead of buying those things. Can you imagine that? And then I'm not buying any bottled water anymore. For 6 years now, in short, I am contributing. We are contributing as family for saving the planet Earth. Later, I will tell more. In fact, this machine is amazing. In fact, this will last you 25 years or more. Can you imagine that? One time, you buy this one time, or maybe installment later, I'll show, and then you can use this machine for the next 25 years. Imagine how much money you can save from having this. Yeah, you have seen the demos. Before I forget, the chlorine. The chlorine is, do you know what's the reason why the government is putting chlorine in the water? That's antibacterial, right? Because the science behind is that chlorine will cause that this water becomes the process called oxidative stress. When you say oxidative stress, meaning there is no oxygen. And if it's aerobic bacteria cannot survive without oxygen. The reason why this 2.5 is antibacterial. Okay? Amazing. Disinfect surfaces, So just one machine and you can create 7 types of water. So we have some leaders here. Ma'am Dolores is this is a new machine owner. Just last week, right, ma'am? Just last week, she got her machine SD501. Wow. And then, we have here also Diana, Miss May. We have some leaders watching with us. I'm so honored that you are here listening to this. Stay tuned because I'll be bringing some great leaders after this. After the business side, I will just do it quick. But my task is to explain it to you well, but just quick, so I can leave room for those invited guests we have tonight. So there's a question here. Does the water feed needs to have a specific parameter before entering the machine? The only requirements are it should be potable. Okay? Ibig sabihin na iinom. And then for you to produce Kangen, it should be pressurized. Okay? So these are the two conditions. It should be potable at the same time, since it will be run by electricity, it should have pressure. So pag walang pressure, you can use pressure pump or pressure tank. It will just add you small, maybe less than 10,000 for you to use the machine. Okay. So yeah. So let me continue. So you will see magkano ba ang machine, ano bang options ko, ano bang options if I am interested with this machine, what are my options. So by the way, this machine is always a recommendation of over 6,500 doctors all over Asia. That's how amazing this machine is. In fact, they are using this machine as recommendation by these 6,500 doctors for this Japanese Association of Preventative Medicine for Adult Diseases. Alam na niyo ibig sabihin ng adult diseases, okay? For those who are on that level, you know what it meant when I say adult diseases. And this machine has been the recommendation of these more than 6,500 doctors all over. So these are our machine models. We have our JR4, we have SD501, SD501 Platinum, and Kangenate, and we also have the famous turmeric supplement. We also have shower. Remember our skin. Every time we go to shower using tap water, that chlorine in that water will penetrate our skin. And you can research about the chlorine. That is why we have also this Anespa, this shower, chlorineless shower. Tinatanggal niya ang chlorine. So what you are bathing with is chlorineless water. And that is the pH of your skin, the pH of that water from 5.5 to 6.0. That is why this is amazing machine. So as to the machine, of course, I will recommend the best. If you want the best, these are the best at your screen. SD501, SD501 Platinum, and the Key 8, okay? If you want the best, of course, the Key 8. So what's the difference? It's the number of plates and the amount of antioxidant as to ORP level. Meaning, if you are using SD501, the difference is negative 50 units. This SD501 Platinum and the SD501 regular has 7 plates. The K8 has 8 plates. And then the more plates, the more or the higher the antioxidant level. That H2, remember, molecular hydrogen H2 dissolved in water, is richer when it has more plates. Okay, that's how I explain this the simplest way I can, so you will understand. So what's the difference between these 4 plates, these 7 plates, these 8 plates? It's all about the more plates, the abundant the antioxidant, because it has more H2, molecular hydrogen dissolved in water, when you have more plates. Okay. Good news is, since if you can see, it's like a little bit pricey, right? When I was it was introduced to me, I was like, what? 200,000? How can I afford it? That's the right question there. So how can I afford it? The answer is, you can have this through, if you cannot afford it cash, you can have this machine through credit card installment plan, BDO, Metrobank, BPI, and Citibank. Maximum 24 months, 12 months, 24 months, and there is, 24 and 12. And then, if you don't have credit card, you don't have cards to avail through, this is zero interest, okay? Meaning, the amount of machine divided 24, that's the amount you are paying. No interest rate, zero. So, that's the reason why this machine is very affordable, because you can have this at installment plan. Can you imagine if it's K8 for 24 months, you will only pay 10,000 pesos, 10,267 pesos per month for 24 months. Meaning, since the machine will last you 25 years or more, meaning for the next 23 months, it's an asset already. It's free because you will only pay this for 24 months, 10,000. What is 10,000? Health investment. Later, more of that. And then you can also get this one through in-house financing, meaning the Enagic itself is the one financing you. There is a 6 months, 10 months, and 16 months. All you need to do is to produce or to raise the 25% of the amount of the machine as a down payment, and you can pay the remaining. Just issue a post-dated check, 16 maximum, the remaining 25 or 75% of the amount of machine. Don't worry, the machine will be given to you right away, not after 16 months. It's not a layaway thing. Once you place your down payment, you paid for the down payment and issued these requirements, the checks, then you can have the machine right away installed at your home. That's how generous or compassionate this company is. Okay. Later, Ma'am Deborah, I'll go back to your question. Now, assuming your machine will last 20 years, assuming you will decide to get K8. This is my computation. By the way, I am an applied math from UP. So this is my computation. This is what how I make people realize that this machine is a no-brainer or this is a great investment. Why? Because if you will get K8 in whatever terms or mode of payment that you want, that you can afford, that you can, the possible method for you, assuming the machine will last 20 years, this will only cost you 12,300 per year for the entire family. Remember, for the entire family, this is 12,000 per year. You divide it with 12 months. Come on, guys, it's 1,025 per month for the entire family. I'll be quick. Divide it by 30 days. It's only 35 pesos per day. Can you go back to what you are doing right now when you are going to your office? How many bottles of number of bottled water you are buying? How about the soft drinks, the soda? How about the energy drinks? How about the toner? How about if you're having a baby, a small one? How about the distilled water you're buying for them to make the formula? How about this detergent? How about this degreaser? Can you imagine? And it's only 35 pesos a day for the entire family. Not just for you. If you're a family man, if you're having a family, this is for the entire family for the next 25 years or more. That's why I call this health investment a no-brainer. Why? Because we've been spending so much, and yet we're not getting the best. What I want you to realize tonight is I want you to become a smart buyer. You've been drinking water for how long? Question is, are you getting the best? Question is, are you helping the planet Earth? Or you are just polluting plastics all over? Okay? So this is my challenge for you. Is your family's health worth 35 pesos a day? I don't think so. That's the value for this machine. So remember, health is an investment. It's not an expense. Okay? Health is an investment. It's not an expense. If you think health is expensive, why don't you try sickness? If you think health is expensive, try sickness. Okay? Now, Enagic, it's not only, we have one question here, so hold on. I'll just take care of this question. The question is, may I ask you something? My question is, anong ibig sabihin nun, sir? Okay, that high-grade filter you can produce 3,000 liters of Kangen water before replacing that filter. If it's new, you just click. I know the person who invited you, ma'am, that's the one who sponsored you, will teach you how to do that, but you only press that reset switch inside the machine, long press for filter reset. But if it's like twice or 3 times already, then it's time for you to replace your filter. Okay? I hope na-answer ko po ang question niyo, ma'am. So let me go back. Just quick, in 15 minutes, I'll be sharing this so I can bring in some guests for tonight so you can hear their testimonies kung paano nila ginawa ang negosyo. In fact, I'll be sharing just quick the business side. As what I have said, this is all about physical, this is not just about physical health. As what I have said, this is also about financial health. That's why in the next 20, 25 minutes, I will show you how to do this, the business side of this, and then so you can come up with peace of mind. That's the true health philosophy of Enagic, is sharing one family at a time with compassion all throughout the globe. Okay, that's the company. That's what Enagic wants us to experience. In fact, later you will realize by changing your water, it will not only change your health, but eventually it will change also your financial status, your financial capacity, and then that's the thing that I'll be sharing to you. Another part of this presentation that I'll be sharing to you tonight. Good news is you can start doing Enagic. The always rejection is, how can I do the business where in fact I don't have the money to afford that machine right now? So how can I start the business? The good thing about Enagic business is you can start assuming you have exhausted all the necessary information or ways that you can do for you to have this machine. It's like, I always believe that our level of conviction as to sharing true health is like, for me, it's like higher when you can experience how the water works in your body and also to the health of your family. And you can be a powerful ambassador of this business. Okay, so I want you to have this machine. The question is, how can I afford this? That's the right question. Not that, ang mahal pala, hindi ko afford. Why don't you change your question? How can I afford this machine for my family? And if you want the answer, let me show you how. As what I have said, you can start doing Enagic business without you having the machine. But if you can afford, by all means, have this machine installed at your home, okay? This is the next big thing. In fact, this is what we call mega trend. When you say mega trend, meaning, can you trace back what happens to microwave? What happened to computers? What happened to cell phones? The evolution of those things, right? What happens to Apple? What happened to, from diskette to CD to DVD, and then now USB, now cloud, this is the next big thing. In fact, when you say next big thing, this is about not everyone has, but eventually most of the people will have in the future. Okay, that's what we call mega trend. This is the next big thing. Almost everyone will have this machine in time. Okay, everyone will have this machine in time. And if you are a business-minded person, entrepreneurial person, you should see my next 25 minutes presentation about this compensation. Hold on there. So this company has A+ rating as to Better Business Bureau. So it has A+. That's the highest. And when it comes to our reliability, integrity, we are an original equipment manufacturer. This company, Enagic, the one that produces this machine, all parts of this machine, from the biggest part to the minutest part, this company is the one producing it. Okay, that is why we are categorized as original equipment manufacturer. The good news is, if you are looking for some certification for you to believe, for you to trust more, then here you go. You are looking at a company having a 3 ISO certified. 3 ISO certified. In fact, here's a secret about that I am about to tell you, that this machine is categorized as medical equipment in Japan. Okay? Medical equipment, because of this ISO certified 13485. That ISO certification is only given for those categorized as medical equipment. And we have that as one of our ISOs. And then if you are that person who are like, ano ba ang quality control ng as to Water Quality Association, ano ba ang ating seal? I want to tell you that we are the only water ionizer company that has this gold seal. Okay? We are only holding that gold seal in the entire world. So there you go. 3 ISOs, not 1, not 2, not 3. ISO certified as medical equipment. At the same time, we are the only water ionizer company that has this gold seal from Water Quality Association. Okay? Now, we are into global distribution. When you say global, you can do a home-based business globally during this time. If you're looking for maybe a part-time job, maybe a side hustle, maybe, if you have lost your job, maybe you can consider this. You can start with this. I believe if you have started this presentation, now you are convinced that this machine should be installed in everyone's homes, right? Because of the benefits of this for the health of our loved ones, right? Now, the good news is you can distribute machine even if you are in the Philippines, all throughout the globe, because we have this what we call global distribution. Now, another good news is no sign-up fees, okay? Just have this machine, okay? Just have this machine for your family. You just only need one machine to do a business. You don't need lots of inventory for you to do a business. You only need to have one machine. In fact, as what I have said, if you have exhausted all the means to afford this machine and still the answer is no, you can start this business without a machine yet. Okay, you ask the person who invited to you how to do that. They know how. But, of course, why would you sell something na hindi mo pa na-experience ang benefit, ang power nito? And since I am 17 years in this kind of business, in this industry, direct selling, it's always powerful. If you have the experience already, you have experienced the product, so you can have the power conviction to share it to others, okay? Be a product of your own product. That's the thing. No sign-up fees. In fact, no monthly qualification. Some of you who are into MLM or direct selling are tired of this monthly qualification, last-minute requirements, last-minute volume requirements. I've been there, done that, actually. So here, you don't need to qualify monthly, okay? In fact, as what I have said, you don't need to stock product or inventory for you to sell the machine. Here's the good news. If people like, you can send the link, the application form, all online, then send the email, deposit the money to the account of the company for the payment, secure all the requirements, send it to email, and then the company will send the machine to the buyer. Okay? If you are the sponsor, or you are part of this distribution, if you have the commission, you will receive the commission. Can you imagine doing business at the comfort of your home during this time? If you are in Metro Manila or in Luzon, if you are like experiencing MECQ, then this is a very good business to start with, right? Securing your family when it comes to 72%, giving them the best, and then starting your own business during this time. And then another one is no annual renewal. I've been into companies that you need to renew every year so that your distributorship will not be gone. Here, no annual renewal. Another one is no de-ranking. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Pag na-hit mo a certain rank, there's no way that you will go back. Okay? There's no way but up. You will not be demoted. You will not be deranked simply because this company has no de-ranking. Okay? When you hit certain rank, then you can stay there. Your only way is up, not go down. And then no licensing. What do you mean by that? Later I will compare this business as like in real estate. It's like if you are a real estate broker. So this is like the perfect equivalent comparison as to the structure or the system. It's like doing real estate. Okay. So for those people who are into real estate, right, you need to take exams. You need to take licensing exams for you to be able to sell a certain property or, but here, all you have to do is to have that one machine. And it doesn't matter anong model. It doesn't matter kung anong mode of payment as long as you have that distributor ID by having that one machine for your family. Now, that's what I've said a while ago. Own your own machine, that's all. Then you can start doing the business. Good news! The commission here, the rank here, the promotion here is based on accumulative sales, meaning you don't lose sales. It's counted from day one onwards. Okay? You don't lose any sale. It's accumulation. And then my question to you is, if you want to start a business or maybe a home-based business or, business per se, would you like to invest in a product that nobody knows about but the majority will own? Would you believe that out of 1,000 people, assuming, get it at random, 1,000 people, out of the 1,000, only one person know about the machine? Meaning, the opportunity is so huge that only 0.1% has the machine for now. 0.1. That's one person every 1,000. That's the opportunity. Okay? And then, aside from that, this is my appeal to you. Let's save the planet Earth. Let's be an agent of, an advocate in saving the planet Earth, but not by not dumping plastic every single day, every now and then, buying this bottled water, buying this, because you're part of the solution, not on the problem by just having this machine. Go green with this machine, okay? Go green with this machine. Now, let me just go over quick about the compensation. So the power of the compensation is all about, as what I have said, is about doing the real estate thing. It's like you are a real estate broker, okay? Yes, broker. So you can build agents under you. That's the perfect equivalent structure of the Enagic system, okay? The good news is this compensation is patented. When they patented, meaning it will not be changed. It still is. It remains the same. Decades ago, it's still the same, okay? And then let's discuss about K8. For an example, for an illustration, I'd like to use the model K8. The price of K8 is $4,980 in dollars, okay? In dollars. The equivalent in peso in the Philippines is 246,400, okay? Assuming for simplicity's sake, I will use K8. And every machine, by the way, as what I have said, you can own this for the next 25 years. In fact, if you are 70 or 80 years old or 90 years old, you can transfer this machine to your, to your only son, your only daughter, your only kaiha, only kaiho. This machine can last 25 years. And then the good news, why you should be considering doing the business side of this, because you can earn it back with a few sales. Yes, you have heard it right. You can earn it, the $4,980, the 246,000. You can earn it back with just a few sales. And then here is the compensation structure. We call it 8-point commission system, meaning for every machine sold, the company has allotted 8 points for every machine. Okay, for every machine, 8 points, and the 1 point equivalent is $340. In peso, it's 15,000. Meaning, this is the structure 1 to 6A, meaning 1 point to 6 points. You can have a commission for a certain machine sale from $340 or 15,000 to 90,000 pesos or $2,040. Okay, that's the maximum. Now, let me explain it to you in details. Having you the machine, if you have already purchased your machine, then your first sale is your 1A. You can get $340. Okay, 1 point, 15,000, your first sale. Your second sale, assuming name Ali, the first is Claire, and then you sold to Ali, got K8. Remember, we are using K8 as an example for illustration. Now, your second machine sold, you will also get $340. So you will get 1 point. So total, that's $680 already from the two machines, $680 or 30,000. But the question is, how can I leverage on this where when I will sell it linearly? When you say linear, meaning pag hindi ka makabenta, hindi ka kikita. Good news, you are not only opening two sales or you're not only making 2 sales, but you are creating 2 overriding lanes. Take note of this word, override. Override. When I say override, meaning kahit hindi mo nabenta personally, even if you are not the one selling it, you are opening up an overriding lane. When you say overriding lane, it is the sales made under the people or the machine you personally sponsored. Okay? And that's what we call indirect sales. There's a direct sales and there's an indirect sales. Those sales made by your direct sponsored people. Now, here's the good news. What if Claire is at your 1A lane, right? So you have opened up a 2 overriding lanes, 2 1A overriding lanes. When you see 1A, meaning you will enjoy 1 point, assuming hindi pa ubos ang 8 points. Now, assuming Claire made a 5 sales in 1 month, assuming, meaning Claire will have the first 2 sales, she will also experience the same. She will get 340. And then, advance info on your 3rd, 4th, up to 10th personal sales, direct sales, you will get double. Okay? Yeah. 3rd until 10th. If you are the one selling it personally, you will get 2 points already. So, 340, 680, so meaning 15, 30. That's for Claire. Okay? Now, my question is, since that sale there happened in your 1A lane, that's your commission. Previous, that's for Claire. So 340, then 3 680s. And this is for you. Overriding commission. When you see overriding, it is a commission you are getting from indirect sales. Got that? Okay? Now, let's move on. What if now you can have your 3rd direct? When you hit your 3rd direct, 3rd personal sale, that's your promotion. You will become 2A. When you become 2A, you will get double 2 points, and that's $680. Okay? That's 30,000. Now, another example, assuming you have opened up to another lane, right? Another overriding lane, and that's 2A, meaning you will have 2 points, assuming meron pang natira na 2 sa 8. Remember the 8 points? 8 points per machine. Assuming Ricky sold 5 machines. So Ricky will have 340, 340, 680, 680, 680, or 15, 15, 30, 30, 30 in peso, that 1,000. But here's the good news. Don't blink. This is your overriding commission. That's your overriding commission. Ricky got 340, 340, 680, 680, 680, but you got 680, 680, 680. That's 5. That's your overriding commission. Can you imagine the power of this? It's like you're opening agents. You are a real estate broker, developing agents under you na meron ka nitong overriding na to. That's the power of this compensation. Now, assuming umabot ka na ng 10 group sales, okay? When you say, assuming tatlo lang yung direct mo, tatlo yun lang yung, you have only sponsored 3 direct sales, and then assuming Ricky sold 7, and that's your overriding there, 7, 680, because that sale happens on the 3A lane or the 2A lane. You have accumulated a group sales of 10. When you say group sales, that's direct sales plus indirect sales. 10 group sales. Now, you will become 3A if you will make your direct. Your next direct after 10 group sale is your 3A, meaning you will get 3 points. How about that? $1,020 or 45,000. 3 points, yeah, that's 45,000 in peso. Just by selling one machine when you are a 3A. Now, assuming Marisa got 10 machines in 1 month. Remember, Marisa is at your 3A lane, right? 3A lane. Meaning Marisa will have, of course, Marisa will have the first 2, she will get 340, and the remaining 8, she will get double because that's her 2A lane, 2A already. But what I want to emphasize on this illustration is, what is your overriding commission if that's you? And Marisa is on your 3A lane. This is your overriding commission. Yes, it's $1,020 each times 10 machines. Or that's 45,000 pesos each times 10 machines. But just by Marisa selling 10 machines. Now, let's move on. Assuming you have accumulated 20 group sales. Remember, Ricky got 7 and then Marisa got 10. So you have now 20, 21 machines, right? When you hit 20 group sales, meaning it's not 20 new sales. From 10, then additional 10 becomes 20. Now you have 20 group sales. Your next direct sale is your promotion again. That's your 4A, meaning you will get 4 points, 4 slices of the pie. And that's 60,000 pesos. Yes, 60,000 pesos by just making that direct sale as a promotion. 4A. Now, same example, assuming Lacey is at your 4A lane, overriding lane. Remember, that's 1A, 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A are your overriding lanes. It's like you're creating agent, but this time different overriding commission. Why? Because that's different lane. The number there, 1A, the 2, 3, that's equivalent to the number of points you are getting from the sales made by your people down there. Assuming meron pang natirang points, okay? Now, assuming Lacey got 5 machine sale in 1 month. 5. So, what will happen? Lacey will get first machine and second machine 1 point, right? The third, fourth, fifth, 2 points, right? But my question is, how much is your overriding commission? The answer is there. That's your overriding commission. Because that 5 machines sold there happened on the 4A overriding lane. And then when you hit 5A or 50, accumulate. Remember the accumulation game? You will not start 0 every single month. You will accumulate everything, every machine sold under your organization. When you hit 50, your next direct sale is your 5A. 5A means 75,000. That's 75,000 there for your promotion. Now, same example. As what I have said, the power of this compensation is on the overriding. You don't need to sell everything by your own. It's a teamwork, group effort. Okay? Now, when you hit 100 machines, that's your per machine. After that 6A promotion, you will get every machine sold personally, 2,040. That's 90,000. Assuming that guy there sold 10 machines, assuming that guy there on your 6A lane sold 5 machines, you will get that overriding commission, 2,000 times 5 in dollars. That's $10,000. That's $500,000. And then, there you go. You don't have to make direct sales all the time. All the time. Later, I will tell you some testimonies. The guests that I'll be bringing in a while, you will hear their testimonies of how they made it to 6A. Okay, how she made it to 6A. Okay, and then here's how the 8 points per sale is computed or illustrated. It's like this. Assuming you being a 6A, that's Shana is your downline. And then let's say Shana became 4A, meaning she has 20 group sales already, okay? And then she made a direct sales of 4A. And then what if Shana sold a machine to her husband, Dave? And then Dave got, Shana got how much? 4 points, right? Because Shana is 4A, she will get 4 times 340, that's 1,260 or 60,000. Since you are a 6A, maybe you are thinking that since I am a 6A, I am the sponsor of Shana, and Shana is 4A, I should be getting 6 because I am already a 6A. No, you are wrong. You're not getting 6 points because remember, it's 8 points, meaning kung ano yung natira, yun ang sayo. So you will be getting 4 points. Shana got 4. Supposedly, because you are a 6A, you will be getting 6. But by the way, this sale happened on your 4A lane, remember? So you will get 4. Sorry, that's what I want to explain. And then lastly, this is how it is allocated. 4A, Shana is 4A, and then your 4A lane, 4 points go to Shana, and the remaining 4 goes to you. And this is the reason why this is not like an MLM. Because the 8 points will be exhausted. The 8 points will be allocated. Meaning, kahit saan ka pumasok na time, oras, month, year, you have an equivalent opportunity as to those people who are like 6 years in this business, 5 years, 2 years, because you can build your agents down there, group sales down there, indirect sales down there, and you can exhaust that 8 points. Okay? So once you hit 6A, you can create as many 6A overriding lanes as you can. Unlimited. Can you imagine the power of this? Meaning every time someone sold 1 machine, it's not you, it's override indirect sales, and yet you are getting $2,040. That's 90,000. If that's the 6 points is still available, and that's the power of this. And once, as what I have said, pwedeng maubos ang 8 points, di ba? Naubos ang 8 points. Assuming nakuha na lahat ng 8 points, pag abot sa'yo, wala ka nang nakuha, wala na natira kasi ubos na yung 8 points. Ang mangyayari, basta 6A ka na, you will get $200 as educational bonus. Remember the 100 machines, group sales? Assuming those 100 machines, lahat ng benta sa baba nila, wala ka nang natirang point, 0. But you are a 6A. Assuming those 100 machine owner there can sell 1 machine per month. Beyond your 8 points, ubos na ang 8 points, So beyond na siya sa 8 points mo, wala ka na nakuha na at least one, wala ka na nakuha talaga. But since you are a 6A, you will get $200 and that's 9,300. Can you imagine? Kahit wala ka ng commission, wala ka ng kahit isang point na natira, but since you are a 6A, those 100 machines every month, one machine sold for every lane or for every indirect sale, group sales that you have inside your organization, even if it's beyond 8 points, you're getting 90. Is 930,000 pesos a month educational bonus okay for you? That's my question. And once you hit 6A, you will receive this bonus. Check one time. And then survey, the latest survey that the US made, they found out that 84% have positive outlook on entrepreneurship. And then out of those who participated in the survey, 51% imagine starting their own business. Especially today, we are like in Corona captivity. So we have the, we can start business at the comfort of our home. And then remember, 100% drink water. That's our market there. Everyone who drinks water, that's our market. All you need to do is just change. Instead of bottled water, instead of these types of water, not healthy, oxidizing, why don't you change? And help save the planet. So, there you go. Once you develop 2 leaders, 2 6A leaders, di kailangan direct mo, basta different overriding lanes, dalawang leaders become 6A. And then, once you develop 2 6A2 leaders, kahit magkaibang leg, basta magkaibang leg, kahit hindi mo direct, it's not necessarily your personally sponsored. Kahit gaano pa kalalim, basta magkaibang lane, you will become 6A2-2. And then, the same principle with dash 3, dash 4, dash 5, dash 6. Can you imagine that? And I'd like to bring in our guest, maybe. Oh, there you go. So, can you imagine the potential of this? This is amazing business. In fact, this guest that I will be bringing in tonight to inspire you guys. By the way, I'm a 6A2. Okay, I'm working on my 6A2-2. My wife is also on her 6A2. Soonest actually. And maybe my organization now, under my organization, the indirect sales, those machine owners all over the world is like more or less 1,000 machine owners. So we are changing one family at a time globally by introducing this True Health philosophy. Now, I'll go back to my topic about Built to Thrive. Why I chose that topic simply because the theme for this time during this Corona invasion is all about thriving, how to progress, how to flourish despite the circumstance, despite the situation. And this young lady, I hope her husband is with her tonight. This young couple, I will bring them in and they will inspire you because they are an epitome of, despite the odds, despite the situation, but still they have created a milestone. And I'd like to welcome this wonderful couple. Wait lang. There you go. Yeah, Raymond and Diana. Hello.
Hello. Good evening, guys.
Welcome and congratulations. Di ko napakita, saglit lang ha. Pakita ko lang yung yung congratulatory. Sandali lang yan ha. Hold on. Hold on.
How are you guys doing?
Mali. Saglit lang. Wait. Yun. Tapos, let me share. Balik ko lang konti. So, Walang introduction, sorry yan, na-excite ako. There you go. Can you see that? Kita ba? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the congratulations, Miss Diana Reyes. You have made it during pandemic, during the peak, during the time where everyone is like afraid, everyone is, worried, everyone is, having this hesitation, anticipation, anxiety, and yet these you two guys, millennials, first time in sales, high ticket sales, should I say, and then making it big during this time. I want to hear your testimonies on how you have done this to inspire these people we have here tonight. Yan, giunsa nimo or Bisaya na to. How did you do it, Lenny and everyone? Thank you for being here. Go ahead, the floor is yours.
So, hello guys. Thank you so much, Kuya Ray, for inviting us here tonight. This is such a great opportunity to be invited by Mr. Ray Tokmo, no? And it's really, truly an honor to also share with you guys the best practices that really worked for me and my husband in doing the business. And as you have seen in the whole presentation and everything, our product is truly wonderful. And it truly means a lot when a family have it. So as for me, bringing back time during March, where quarantine was announced, I was really also in a bit of a overwhelm of how to do my business, because most of us are really used to doing business face to face, seeing people, feeling them, and of course, allowing them to feel your compassion towards them. But of course, times like this doesn't allow us to see them, even our loved ones, right? Some of them we can't see, but really gave me a really parang great challenge siya for me and an obstacle, simply because I'm a very relational person and I'm not used to speaking through the internet and everything like that. So at the first month, the whole March talaga, it was really something that gave me a struck, honestly. However, I think, Kuya Ray, what really worked inside of me is that I couldn't I couldn't allow this situation to actually control me or control my goals and my dreams. So that's where I started to really become resilient to whatever it is that's faced in front of me. So back on
We will just put this in context. Okay. Way back March, you are aiming to hit 6A as soon as possible, right? So
Yeah.
to put this in context, way back March, how many machines you are away from 6A?
45?
35 units?
45.
Almost 50.
Almost 50. Guys, you have heard it, okay? Almost 50 machines, and here we go, lockdown. And then, as I think I got like a tip of the iceberg that Raymond said, July 15, right, Mon? 20 plus units. And then they are trying to hit the rank month of July as 6A. By the way, Raymond Reyes is a 6A2-2, so dili ni siya chamba. Sorry for the Tagalog people. There's no such thing as luck. The more hardworking you are, the more you are lucky, right? That's the principle. And I like the idea of what Yanni said. It's not it's not about the circumstance that we are in that define our future. It's about what the actions we are taking, right? So that's the thing. So guys, can you imagine 20 plus machine in 2 weeks during pandemic? Yan, continue.
Yeah, I'm thrilled to actually share with you guys that July, Raymond and I said, okay, this has to really end. I mean, it has to happen. The 6A has to happen. So parang first and second week of July, we're just really committing to really moving ourselves in the social media, at the same time our offline space. And I think, Kuya Ray, what really worked for me is I did everything. I did it no matter what, no if, no buts. And most of all, I did it 100% commitment and laser focus on the goal that I wanted. So I think my first sale for the July, I needed 22 units. So my
Wow.
first sale was July 14. It's crazy. It's July 14. I started, and then really, I think it's the manifestation of my intention towards Almighty God, because I think in this journey, wala akong ibang sinandalan kundi ang Diyos. And it's really surrendering fully and letting go of control over the goals that I have. And I think it has really allowed me to unlock the greatness inside of me, na even though I don't know how to really do it, but I'm doing a lot of activities every day, and I'm not even thinking anymore. So I'm that kind of person who really doesn't analyze, but it's really the will that Raymond and I set. It's gonna happen this month, and I will not let anything stop it from happening this month. And what I'm truly grateful of is that all of these are clients. Lahat ng machines na na-produce namin most of them are cold clients who just approached me. Most of them are clients who just saw me and really gave their trust to us. And that's truly powerful, because it's really the art, and alam niyo yun, it's really the art of surrendering things. That's, I think, what really worked for me, Kuya.
Yeah, diba? It's a typical example of when people understand the value of something. If this something will benefit their loved ones, their family, it's not about the price actually, right? So I want you to know that, yeah, it's everything. It's like, instead of saying I cannot do it, Yan is telling I can do it. Yeah,
No matter what.
no matter what, no matter what it takes. That is, of course, pleasing to the Lord God, to God. And there you go. God honors the desires of our hearts. Remember that.
Yeah.
And but by the way, out of the 100 machines sold, Yan, under your organization, for these leaders who are watching with us, how many are your personal sales and how many are like your indirect sales? Do you have the estimate?
I think I'm not prepared with a question, Kuya, kasi I just work on really taking it.
Okay.
I think
I will ask no question. Your question.
Less than 20% daw, Kuya.
The personal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine, out of the 100, maybe 15 or 17 units are on personal sales or direct sales, and the remaining 80 plus machines are all indirect sales. Now, my next question is, since you are millennials and the machine is 200 plus, your clout, maybe your sphere or circle of influence are all millennials. What millennials? How do you, and then connect it with the ano yan? How do you market your product as to the social media platform to give some insights about these leaders who are watching with us tonight? Can you do that for us? Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for shedding light around that, Kuya. Yes, it's true. In my age, I'm 27. Raymond is 33, and most of our peers, our classmates, are just just like everyone else, hustling and doing their own thing. So I think I want to also share with you guys that almost 50% of the people that works with me and share this advocacy with me are all millennials. So my team is a bit millennial people, and I think it's the belief that most people have about millennials na parang when it's millennials, they don't have that much yet. But I think that's a belief that I have did a breakthrough simply because there's a lot of millennials who, when they decide on something, they can truly, like our machines, they can afford. I have millennials like 22 years old, purchase K8. And all my sales, most of them are K8s. So I think there's really a vast abundance in the world that we have to see for ourselves. Because when we don't see it to ourselves, we also don't see it to others. So I think that's one thing that worked for me. Also, of course, a very important thing na kailangan natin gawin lahat is to embrace change. I mean, this is not new normal anymore. This is the normal. This is the new age. And this technology, right, Daddy? Kuya Ray is doing is truly something magnificent. It's breaking through the norm. And I think social media, you have to reflect yourself through it. Because all of my social media pages, I am there. I personally do the post. I also personally do the copywriting, the ideas that I create, simply because I want to connect to a lot of people. And it's not just posting about the product, but rather it's really posting about the value. What value do I get from this? It's not just the antioxidant, guys. You get the value of health. You get the value of living a life comfortable. And most of all, the opportunity that this company has to offer. And maybe I think Raymond has something to share around that as well.
Before you say something, Mon, I'd like to reiterate that I'm always telling this to my leaders. It's not us that will decide for those people to buy. Our task, our role is to educate them about the value of this something,
Yes.
this machine, this live device, and then they decide to buy. Okay, so we should be the one educating, and those people decide on buying. So by the way, Raymond is the one who educated me actually way back 6 years ago about this machine.
Wow.
He's
There
my
was
driver.
teamwork, and then what amazed me is that it's their first direct selling company, right, Mon?
First
It's your
business.
and then high ticket sales, and then Raymond has a 682-2. Actually,
683.
the next rank of Diana of Yani 682 will bring Raymond to 682-3. Can you imagine that? It's a family business, and as young as they are. Sumon, how did you like your support system role while Diana is like hitting the role
Like,
for
For me, Kuya, siguro number one is, again, I would just like to thank you and honor you for giving us this opportunity to share as well. This avenue right here for sharing to maybe people around here that is listening. Like, I just want to say anything you believe in, what is possible for you, could be possible for you really. Like, it could manifest anytime. And maybe one of the greatest support that I did or I give to my wife, because I believe in her. And again, ever since when I think we both agreed that she will be she decided to hit her goal as a 6A last February. But I'm not attached to the result. But what I am attached with is, as her partner, we're accountable to each other. Like, it's not about hitting that rank, but it's your commitment on that rank. And as an accountability body, I am there, always there at her side. I'm a sounding board every time she is depressed or she's frustrated. I'm listening. But then I always awaken her on the belief that she can do it. Again, if anybody can do it, you can do it too. You can do it better. That's my belief around it. Like ever since day one, when the lockdown happened, like we already decided right away, like what now?
Yeah.
Like we take ownership right away. Like this problem right here, this adversity right here, right now. What could we do better around this? Like we cannot stick on this. Like we cannot make a lot of justification, make a lot of excuses that we cannot meet a lot of people. We don't know how to do social media. We don't know to. So the thing is, ever since when this pandemic thing started, we ask ourselves, what now? What do we really want? Because if we are clear on the things that we want, all the answers will just appear. And then even during that time when we are like we can always qualify on the next month, but then we always handle commitment. What's our commitment? Because we cannot allow ourselves to just promise ourselves to achieve this, and we won't commit it full out like 100%. And the thing around it is we're not attached on the result, but we're attached on the actions that we're taking each and every day. Like we always give, like we always part of our daily routine is really meditation and prayer. But it changed a lot when we shifted, like even prayer, taking action is our prayer as well. Like it's not just like surrendering it through prayer, but we take action. And what I really love about it is it's already made up. Like when we decide like, yeah, we're gonna hit that. So I already know that she's gonna be a 6A very soon.
Yeah.
And the more you accept the things, what is possible for you, not playing as a victim, not playing like, oh, it's very hard, what you think, you will become. If you think it's hard, it will definitely be hard. If you think it's abundant, you will be abundant. If you think about scarcity, then you won't get anything. And always have that belief in yourself and always pass that to anyone. Like what I really do is I always send love and intention. Like I always see my leaders, my business partners succeed in their business. And I always see that possibility in each and every person. No matter how hard they are with themselves, I always believe in them that there's always a chance to change. And that change, I will always pray that could be a better change for any individual. Like even the both of us, we always account on each other. Like, how about what's our goal now?
Yes.
Where are we right now? What are we? It's again, it's all about taking actions as well. Because a lot of people know how to do it, but they're not doing it. So what we do, if we cannot get the result, we just increase the action, increase the reach, increase the activity. Like just being out there, just showing up every day is the key.
Yeah, agree on that. 50% of the battle is won in the mind, right? You start in the mind. If you are winning in your mindset, then the 50% is easy. So it's either, as I've learned during my journey in sales, it's either you have an excuses or you have a result. So you choose excuses or results. So this
Yeah, and the excuses, I call them bullshits.
Yeah.
So
it's advice actually. So in fact, one thing I want to highlight is like it's not about what happened before, right? It's not about what happened yesterday, last week, last month. It's what you are going to do
Now.
Now. The best time to do business maybe is 5 years ago, 10 years ago. But the second best is now. Okay, that's the case. So actually, Raymond started as Tukuray. So that's why I'm telling a while ago, like previously, that you can do business without even you affording the machine. That's how Raymond started. And he is Dash 2 now, on his way to Dash 3, and Yanni is on the way to 6A2. So this is family business, guys. teamwork, support each other, we have each other's back, right? And the good news about this is we are a team. Raymond is our upline. For those leaders who are watching, they can help us as to product, strategy, techniques, but there's no secret. The secret is taking action. Every
Yes.
single. It's about our calendar, right? How
Yep.
messy our calendar of activities. That's the reason.
I agree
No,
with that, Kuya. Because my
so
calendar is so full.
maybe to sum it up, maybe just a short one, just three things that you would like to highlight, three takeaways that that these leaders we have here can take from you. Maybe some principle or start with what mindset. Maybe that's the first one, right? You said mindset. Second, what is the second thing?
For me, three things that is like what I really consider in wherever area I will choose in my life, maybe it be personal or in the business or professional. First is really about character, wherein character building on myself, personal development, personal mastery, which the greatest part of that is really that the mindset alone of really growing, continuous growth each and every day. And then second would be the competence. Like there's a lot of good people, but they don't practice competence around the things, especially that with the vehicle that they choose. So whatever, if it is sales or traditional business or anything, but again, it's all about how competent are you in your area. Are you top in mind? Are you best in class? Are you really educating or developing or keeping yourself really growing on that area of competency of what is your business all about? And third thing is really consistency. Just showing up every day. Just show up every day, reach to a lot of people, and if you feel down, maybe find someone you can help or support to. Because for me, that's the greatest shift that I can do. Like I feel shitty sometimes. Not all good. That not all mornings for me started as good morning, but I can shift right away. I just acknowledge the emotion right away, and then set higher goals. Because if you have bigger goals, huge goals, your problems aren't big enough. You don't think of your problems if you have bigger goals.
Yeah, you
Wow.
don't.
Thank you for that takeaways. Actually, I am humbled that you are here cheering us. In fact, we're like
Woo! Go,
Kuya,
guys.
Ate,
Milam, milam.
Uncle, Auntie, and but then you guys, millennials, are the one inspiring us tonight. And with that, I salute you. Your hard work pays actually, and glory to God for your achievement. And I know it's just a rank is just a rank, but
Yep.
it's all about the volume that they are bringing in to Enagic people, the lives of people that they are like they became a channel of blessing, became of that change. In fact, it's not just about changing the water, changing your health, but this slogan of Enagic is indeed true. That when you decide to change your water, it will eventually change your life. So with that, thank you, wonderful couple, Raymond and Yanni. Congratulations on your success and looking forward sa next month event, Basig 682 of Dashtree na akong kastorya.
Sana all.
So guys, I am encouraging each one, challenging each one to, this is like this testimony is a confidence builder, right? If they can do it, we can do it, right? If they can do it, we can do it. Despite the circumstance, despite the condition, it's all about our decision every single day that will matter and will create our destiny, according to Tony Robbins. Yeah. So with that, I think this is like beyond the time na gi-promise na ako, but thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. In fact, we have some comments here, just quick, basig mangluod, kinsa ba yung nag-comments there? We have my upline, very informative, is it? Yeah, and then we have, there you go. I think Pastora Tess, she has a guest. Thank you, Pas. So thank you, leaders. Actually, as what I've said, I'm doing this every Wednesday. Maybe we will collaborate with other uplines and leaders to make this event, a place where you can bring in guests, you can bring in people, can help you educate your guests during this time. Until such time, you can do it on your own group, you can do it on your own with your group. So we are here to help you. We are your team, we are your family, and we are one big team. And let's achieve goals, let's crush milestones, ranks as we go along. So with that, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for being here for this extended time, and I'll definitely see you at the top. God bless everyone. God bless. Change your water.
Bye, guys.
Bye bye. Bye bye.